Hello and a very warm welcome to you. I'm Hayley Palmer. It's so good to have you on today's show, especially as we have a special guest for you. Oh yes, we are joined by MAFS, Steven Springett, and here is what happened when I caught up with him. Steven, how are you?
I'm good. Busy guy.
Yes,
traveling.
you are. You've just literally come down from Newcastle. I can't keep up with you.
I can't keep up with myself at the minute. I am honestly up and down the country like a blue arse at the minute. But yeah, I'm good. I'm not tired.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Just keep
And since
busy.
the show, I know, like from your social media, you've just been so busy, haven't you?
Yeah. A lot of stuff, say football-wise, charity stuff, film premieres, like.
Police have been after you.
Police have been after you. You can hear the sirens now. They're probably thinking, oh, they know I'm in town. So
They know Steven's
not
in
ideal. But no, look, just keep busy. I've sold my place in Essex as well, so having to move stuff up the country and come back down. It's fun. I'd use the word fun, but yeah, it's just.
And has life changed a lot since the MAFS?
Do you know what? No.
No.
Like, I wouldn't say. I've tried to keep it normal as much as possible.
Yeah.
Like even when I left, I went straight back to work, like the experiment, like 3
I
days
heard you
after.
kind of literally a couple of days later went back. I think that's probably the best thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I was being advised not to.
Really?
Give it a couple of months, like your headspace. I went, no, trust me, my headspace needs to go back into something
There's nothing
normal.
worse than sitting around thinking about it or
Because I knew how the experiment ended as well before it even went on TV. So I'm sitting there thinking, why am I going to sit and just rethink and reflect on what's just happened? Let's just go back to my normal life.
And it's finance.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. And people at work didn't know. They thought I went travelling.
All right.
Yeah, so when I went, because I left the place I was at, I was away for 2 years, come back and they're like, oh, so what made you come back?
No.
So they weren't even talking about the show. They didn't know.
Wow.
And I was like, where you been? I went,
What a shock.
Yeah. I've done contracting work with banks and stuff. And
Oh, you're a good actor.
yeah. And I said, look, I've just been travelling around Europe, so I had to like find pictures when I've been to certain places in Europe before, and was like, yeah, look, this is where.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to keep that lie going.
It's hard.
They'd catch me out within minutes.
No, but it is hard. Like maybe I've got a good poker face and stuff like that, but it's.
You'd be good on the traitors.
Oh, hopefully, if anyone's watching.
There we go.
If anyone's watching.
Stephen, we're going to go into your first song choice. I know you've got some brilliant song choices today. Your first song choice is Outlaw Overture.
Yes, Machine Gun Kelly.
Why this song?
Do you know what? Maybe it's the name Outlaw to begin with as well. I'm a little bit different to people in itself, and I like to sort of stand out from a crowd. Maybe it's my height, maybe it's what I'm wearing. But
we're thinking jungle vibes.
Yeah, we're giving jungle vibes for sure.
Camouflage.
But no, I watched Machine Gun Kelly a few years back when he was at the O2 in London.
Oh wow.
And he was different album, like Stickers to My Downfall at the time, but I thought his music's so good. It was vibey, there was not a bad song, I knew the lyrics to every single one. But when he done Outlaw Overture, the beat at the beginning takes you back, and I'm not from like the 70s or 80s, but the little tune to begin with takes you back to like that sort of feel.
Yeah.
It's like very arcade-like, but it's the whole way it's structured. Like it has like photos and it just skips these different places. Yeah. But he's just got a good vibe, like, and his dress sense is sick as well. So I thought, do you know what, like I would wear that. and then right at the end it goes to another song. Like he chills on his motorbike, he's driving. It goes very much from high frequency, high pitched, high speed, to then I'm chilling on the motorbike, just myself. He's in Cleveland in his hometown as well, and then it just skips to something where it's like take me somewhere like where like living is like cheap and easy. I'm thinking. Yeah, like take me somewhere like cheap where the living is easy, like that. And I'm thinking, yeah, we would like to. Effectively, he's singing it because when he went home, it takes him back to a place where he feels like living is easy. Yeah. It's a place he knows. So I thought, okay, maybe going back home, which was on the bingo card anyway, it's quite fitting. Like Newcastle, they say it's cheaper than London. You know, it is home. It's always going to be home to me, whether accent or not. But it's like, yeah, do you know what? Like maybe I'm at that chapter in my life where I've done what I need to do. I can still do bits and pieces in London, but yeah, Newcastle's where home is. So
Yeah.
let's just take that slow little journey back up there and just
It's funny
reflect.
how like some songs can really relate to you, and
Yeah, oh yeah.
it means a lot, doesn't it? There we go.
And a
What
helicopter and
signs?
all sorts. But which is weird, because obviously at that show when he done in London, he had like a helicopter above
There we go.
the crowd.
We
So
set it
he,
up
he must have
especially
he
for you,
must have
Steven.
knew.
But we're going to play it out there on the show, and we will see you after this. Steven, we have to talk all about MAFS, because I was just saying to you, I literally just sat there, ate Maltesers and caught up on it all. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
But here goes. I mean, let's start from the very beginning, because you were actually scouted, weren't you, for the show?
Yeah.
On Instagram, was it?
Yeah, Instagram, but funny enough, it wasn't for MAFS to begin with either.
Yeah.
So I was being cast for a different show entirely. It was a new show on BBC, like Strand on Honeymoon Island.
Oh.
So I went to the studio, it was like a week before I even knew about MAFS. And I come out and they asked me about my ring size, my suit size, if I wanted to like, if I could swim or stuff like that. What 3 items would you take to an island?
Yeah.
And then I remember getting out of the shower one time and production had called me and said, oh, it's so-and-so from CPL, we want to talk about like MAFS and stuff. And I was like,
Wow.
MAFS?
And had you seen the show previously?
Yeah, but I wasn't like a massive watcher of MAFS. Like
Yeah.
people might think, oh, it's one of the biggest like dating shows like you can find in the UK, but I'd seen the Australian version and I thought that was chaotic.
Yeah, yeah, you were like, I'll have a bit of that.
And yeah, and I'd watched snippets of the UK one from the series before, obviously mine, just because I wanted to, oh look, it seems like it is drama. I think that's when Ella was on it, Kieran, Christina, Emma, and it just seemed like, wow, that's wild, that's mad. So when they called me about it, and I thought, I haven't applied for it. So I knew I'd been scouted before for other shows, but I was like, is it just as quick as, oh, can you start filming next week? And I was like, well, yeah, I can.
It's probably the best way, because you haven't got too much time to think about it. Just say yes.
That's what it was. It was like, we want you on MAFS, can you start next week? Like, and I was like, yeah, sure. I had to sort out childcare, obviously, with the kid's mum.
You've got
But
lovely children.
yeah, I met Mel, unfortunately. What happened to her is obviously
so sad.
devastating. But yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting her the following week after the call. Went on a stag do, and then had the weekend with my kids again. Went to the hotel and got married on the Monday. So everything happened so quickly. So I didn't have time to sit there and think about what she was going to look like, her name, where she was going to be from, like anything like that. It was just, well, I've agreed to it now. Let's see what happens.
And sort of the interview process, obviously they scouted you from a different show, so they must have seen something in you and gone, actually, you're going to be perfect for this. They know what they're talking about, these casting people, don't they? So, I mean, what did you say that you wanted? Did they really sit down with you and go, right, okay, like, let's talk about your past romances, what do you want moving forward?
Yeah, no, so they do ask you, but I think because they'd asked me from the previous show, they used the same sort of tape.
Yeah.
So I said, look, like, I love an independent woman, and I think, like, a lot of people might say, yeah, I get that, but what I mean by that is, if I'm seeing someone and they've got a schedule of, like, Monday, of course, working, Tuesday they've got, like, I don't know, go see the girls, Wednesday they do Pilates, or whatever, they got a nice schedule for them. And then Friday they're like, okay, well, I'm free on Fridays. Can you fit me
Sounds like that Craig David song.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's like, but I want someone who's very much, they stick to what they do. They're not
You've got your own life,
you.
and then come back together, yeah.
And then you find when you date people, they want to cancel their plans to spend with you. I'm not saying just me, this is other people in general. But it's like, no, like, they're your plans. I like you because of your plans as well.
You like having, okay,
so stick to what you do. If you've got a good career, whatever, fine, do it. I can't change my plans if I've got football and stuff like that and childcare, which I did every other week, and then it would come every weekend. So if I can't change my plans, I don't want it to be, oh, you're seeing the kids, you can't make me a priority.
So you made that clear from the start.
Yeah,
right.
Like, you're not, as much as I would love to prioritise you when I'm with you, absolutely, I can't prioritise you in life because, like, if something happened to my kids or I need to step in and go see them, then I'm going to have to cancel plans. And it sounds horrible, but I've got two kids, being honest, yeah. And I said, look, I need to be able to add value to someone's life, not actually hinder it, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So I wanted that independent person.
Yeah.
Said, yeah, I want the best friend vibe, of course. You want to be able to act goofy with them and act silly, and of course grow. Like, but yeah, I think like what I got was she was independent when it comes to career and stuff.
Yeah.
But I wanted her to be her career person in a relationship as well, like in a marriage. And I think from the VT, what I saw, which I don't see at the beginning, was she says, I'm a very needy person. And then in my VT, I said, I don't like neediness.
Oh.
So it was like, when I watched that back, I was thinking, how have you brought them two together?
That's interesting, yeah.
So,
but you got on so well at the beginning, because like I said, I crash sort of watched this, and I'm like, we've got really high hopes at the beginning. I'm like, yes, come on, Steven.
From the beginning, the wedding, the families coming together, everything was class. Like, I can't fault it. Jamaica was brilliant as well.
Yeah, you could feel the vibes, yeah.
Yeah, like we were actually sitting there on a sun lounge. I was similar to how I'm sitting now. She was sipping her champagne, I was on the rums, but...
And it's always good when you're on holiday.
Yeah, like the sun's shining, we're in Jamaica, it's a proper chilled out environment. And we're just chatting about life and what we do, work-wise, dating histories. Like, we joked about, like, her being a dentist, and said, well, the work that you do, you must get a lot of money. I went, what's a bad month for you? And she told me, and then it was like, okay, great. I told her what I'd done and whatnot. And I heard her more recently, and I'm talking about probably 4 months ago. She says, oh, that's when it started going wrong, when I told him how much I earn. I was like, no, like, but... It's
quite hard, isn't it? Because, like, especially because you're on telly and stuff, I guess, where's that line where you kind of start going from the surface, everything's great, to then just starting asking those more in-depth questions or revealing about your past and stuff? It's hard to navigate it, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. Like, trauma dumping at any time is horrible.
Because you want to open up to someone, but then you're a bit afraid that maybe you sort of said too much, and so it's kind of... Yeah, it's quite tricky, isn't it?
And people kept saying as well that you're in this little bubble, which you are. You're in the MAFS bubble.
Totally.
Other people are involved in it, but they felt like a week felt like 1 month, and 2 weeks felt like 2 months. And I was like, I was trying to keep it real. Like, no, a week is still a week. Like, I don't need to open up just yet. If I open up and got more emotional in week 8, and we were still solid, then that's a good sign for me for outside of the experiment. But they're trying to force it out of me in week 2. I went, look, there's things I don't see as trauma. Just during the filming, I didn't see it as trauma. Once I done EMDR therapy after, I was like, oh no, okay, maybe it is. Maybe it was trauma.
Yeah.
But because I wasn't willing to talk about it during the show, and they were trying to get it out of me, I was like, well, I'm not going to say it because I don't see it as trauma.
Yeah.
But of course, the experts are the experts, and they're for a reason. They're trying to just get you to share it, because even if you share it, you could feel a whole lot better. You just don't know.
Yeah.
So reflecting on that, it felt after the show, I was like, oh, maybe I should have mentioned a few things. But
it's easy to kind of look back, isn't it? But at the time, I can imagine there's a hell of a lot of pressure.
Big pressure for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, like, she is saying that in her VT, and I don't want to speak to her for too much, but it was, I think her VT was very much like, if this marriage doesn't work, I'm like, that's it for me. I was like, well, it's not. Like, you're a young woman still, like, if it doesn't work here, you're still going to meet someone. Like, you're a great person, like, you're a good family person.
Yeah, like you really liked her qualities, didn't you?
And I've said this to anyone as well, and I hope it resonates with a lot more people. You're always going to be someone's 10. I could be someone's 1, but I'll be someone's 10.
I'm never someone's 1.
No, I mean, but like, I don't mind being someone's 1, because I'm not going to. But I'm not a gym guy. I'm not a gym. And people like tall, muscly, beard. I can't really grow one. I've got patchy at the minute. So I'm like, there's a lot of boxes I won't naturally tick. Obviously,
it's like through your lens, isn't it? Like you say.
But it's how you make someone feel. Like if I make someone feel like they're like the best person in the room, I'm going to be their 10 and vice versa.
Exactly.
But I might look at someone and think, I don't know, you're not my type, but personality-wise, you're unbelievable. So like you see them in a much different light. Like people can turn around and go, oh, she's punching or you're punching, etc. But I don't care if you're making me feel good.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're adding value to my life as well. Then great. Like, you could be someone's 4, you're my 10.
Yeah.
So it's irrelevant what people say. And I tried saying to her when she said she got cheated on 3 times, they're idiots. And then she was like, yeah, but when the Julie Ruth story come out, oh, Julie Ruth like fancies you.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, Julie Ruth's a 10. Yeah, but you're a 10 in someone's eyes as well.
Yeah,
like, it may not be me right now, but I don't see Julie Ruth as my 10 either.
Yeah.
Like, so you're going to be someone's 10. You've got to think you're a 10. You got to own the room that you're in.
More with Steven after this. Do you know what I've noticed from watching these sort of love shows is that I think actually the moral of the story is that you've got to love yourself and work on yourself. And I think when you don't, it is really like people are literally reflecting that from you. So, and it's obviously it's easy for us to say when we're sitting watching the telly, going, oh well, you know, just working stuff. But and it sounds really cliche, but it's true, isn't it? Because when you haven't kind of healed yourself, it's all coming out, and it's like you say, you're not believing in yourself, and you know, it's hard. You know, it's hard to believe in yourself sometimes, especially if you've had past trauma.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of the main thing that I pick up here.
Oh yeah, no, it is. And so look at David, for example. Everyone loves David. The whole nation would love David, and how he's like. But he'd probably admit himself, but he'd admit himself he'd hear their flaws. Like he said during the experiment, like he's not the finished article, because you're never really going to be. You always have to be working on something. There's no such thing as a perfect person, which is true. But like people look at it thinking like, oh well, David's this, he's that, he's perfect. I went, yeah, but himself he won't see as himself. Yeah. He didn't want to like really take photos of his top off, because he still felt like he was the previous version of himself. So like that alone, I was like, if this guy who you think's perfect, because his relationship is so well, doesn't see himself in that light, but he's still putting a smile on every day and helping others with their relationships, then you need to take note of that as well. Like, he can put on a brave face, he can put on a smile, he can support you with your own troubles, but deep down he's still battling his own demons. So once you can battle them, and I hope he has now, like, and he sees himself in actually his true light, and because he's loved. I hope other people like Nelly, Julia Ruth, like Bex, Leah, Lee, like the boys, Ash. Like, I speak to Ash, Dean as well.
Yeah, he's still in contact.
Dean's personality-wise, when he left the experiment, you felt that loss. Because he lit up the room that much, and it did have a down effect on a lot of people, like myself and Ash especially. But Dean, he said it in interviews, like he had to change himself for a relationship before. And he wasn't happy with himself.
No, you've got to be yourself.
So I was like, I mean, Dean has now fully been himself, and he's happy with the person, extremely happy with who he's with now. So look, you need to realise that sometimes changing who you are as a person is not going to benefit anyone, and it is about loving yourself.
Absolutely. Do you have any like regrets about going on, or I mean, obviously watching it back, you know, like I saw the clip obviously where everyone was kind of. You know, coming for you, and I actually felt for you on that bit, because I just thought, like, sometimes when there's a big group and everyone's coming at you, it's just too much, and actually in the real world you just, you know, completely leave, and like you say, it's a pressure cooker, isn't it? And I can imagine. I mean, have you watched it back?
So I watched up until a certain point,
right?
But it was hard for me, because
it's hard to watch it back,
on TikTok and socials, I think it was every other TikTok I went on, I was on it and I was being ridiculed. So it was like, I turned notifications off. I don't get notifications now. I think it's the best way.
Otherwise, you just, you know, you've got to think of your mindset and your mental health.
Yeah, but I think my regrets. I mean, I do and I don't. I don't regret the full experiment, because I've learned a lot about myself. I've obviously helped myself through doing EMDR as well. But I think the biggest regret, I don't know, it is. I mean, not really being fully ready for that commitment with someone is probably the main one. I don't think I've really fully spoken about that.
But you did it, and you've probably grown a lot from that experience.
Yeah.
And you know, it happened for a reason that you got picked to go on there, and you know, not everyone gets to go on MAFS, do they? You know, it's a unique thing, and probably a massive learning curve.
Big learning curve. And the thing is, for me, like, I'm very much a go with the flow person.
Yeah, that's a nice trait.
Like, in a relationship as well. So I'm like, I'll go with it. I'm not going to force anything. So then jumping straight into
it's like for anyone,
committed marriage, when you don't know who they are, it's hard. Because I'm like, ideally, marriage is like the epitome of love, right? You want to be able to be like with someone, whether it be for a while or you know instantly, this is my person. And you think when you're marrying someone you don't actually know what their name is crazy.
That's what I mean.
They could be fully ready, and you've seen it on previous shows as well. They're fully ready. They're ready for that commitment side of things. They're ready to take the leap of faith into what the show is. And I could probably say, I was, but am I just sugarcoating it, thinking, Steve, you have no idea what this experiment is.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think you did really well to even go on that. A lot of people probably wouldn't, especially with cameras on you and stuff. And like you say, you never know someone else. Even when you meet someone and it's gradual, you still like learn things, or when you like move in with someone or go on holiday with someone, sometimes it's like the little things, and you're like, you know, or, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I think it would have been an interesting take as well, like if you got married and you went back to the apartment and you was just in isolation for a little bit, away from other people. And then went on, so like there for a week, and then went on a honeymoon. because
Yeah.
I know people tend to do marriage and then go on a honeymoon straight away, but it's like the living situation. So I hadn't lived with someone since my kid's mum. She's never lived with a guy before.
Yes, well, that's a lot.
So the dynamic as well, and
Yeah.
it wasn't just me. Like we were lucky. We had a 3-bedroom apartment in Wembley. Everyone else had a 1-bed.
Oh, so you had
So we were
3
extremely
bathrooms?
lucky. She had her own little walk-in wardrobe.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
she had her
dreamy.
own bathroom. I had my own little ensuite. But like everyone else was on top of one another all the time. So if you had an argument, the only room you could effectively walk into really was the bedroom.
Yeah. No,
And if you got to go in there, but I've got to pick up my trainers now, or I've got to put a jacket on to go out, you're walking back into that environment where it's still very heated.
Yeah.
But like, and if you walk out, you're in the hallway, then you're probably walking down the corridor and you're seeing someone else's name on the door as well, and you're thinking, oh, I don't want to knock for them because they might be going through issues.
Yeah.
Or if they're too happy, it's gonna make me think, why am I not like that?
Yeah. Well,
So,
it's honestly, Steven, I couldn't
it's
do
ridiculous.
it. So hats off to you. I actually couldn't go through with it. I like to sit with my Maltesers and watch.
Yeah.
That is my level. We're going to go into your next song, which actually is, what is it? I forgot to write it down here. I can't read my own handwriting. I know, Miss Sunshine.
yes, Miss Sunshine as well. Again, it's another Machine Gun Kelly one.
Loves
that,
it.
that was just feel good as well, because he talks
We
about
love a feel-good
getting in the
stuff.
car, sticking on a playlist with a group of your friends, and there may be
the
4
best.
seats, but we're sticking 5 in there.
How the safety.
Yeah, I mean,
we are.
you're going on a journey. Do you know what I mean? You're just forgetting about the world, and even if it's a rainy day, like we're gonna
Still
find
fun.
sunshine in it.
Yeah.
And
I
it's just
love
like
that.
it's again just being with your friends in a time where you're probably not in a good place as well. It's just a vibe, like
Just being with your friends.
Yeah.
And music is medicine, isn't it? It
yeah.
just lifts
And
you.
do you know what? Like and you see things on social media. I do a lot now as well. Is there was a time in everyone's life where it was the last time you went out with your friends, like on the street, had a beer with them, stuff like that. Because people grow up.
Yeah.
They get
things
married, they
change,
have kids, things change, they
Yeah.
move away. And effectively, it was the last time you ever played out on the street, the last time you played Curbsy as well. Like, and that was a great game. Kicked the ball against the garage, jump off the
your age, does
goalpost.
even.
Yes. Get a couple of grey hairs I cut out now as well. But and then you think like, the last time I'd say like all me and my mates were actually together was probably a stag do like 2-3 years ago.
And you just treasure those times, don't you,
Yeah.
when you look back?
And you think like, how good would it be just, you know what, like yes, we've all got our own families and married and careers, just to jump in a car,
Yeah.
travel wherever we're going, playlist on, reminisce, talk about the good times,
Yeah.
talk about some bad times as well. Oh, do you remember when this happened? And just forget for a moment or even a day, just forget about your life and just enjoy the vibe.
Yes.
And that's what I got from that video. Is like the first bit is like, again, jumping in the car, playlist on, turn the
trip.
music up, road trip. And it is just like, I've done journeys when I lived in Kent to Newcastle for a weekend away with the boys and New Year's Eve and stuff. And the stories that come from those
I
times.
bet, Steven. I bet you got
Incredible,
some stories.
like,
That's another show.
Yeah, no, it is,
We'll
it
see
is.
you after this.
Hey, Miss Sunshine.
Steven, we've got a quick fire question round. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay, here goes. Head or heart?
Heart.
Good answer. Love or money?
Love. Love
I'm
always,
going to go with
yeah.
money though. Joking. Jokes. Jokes.
Love always.
Your toxic trait.
Oh, wow.
This is quite brutal. I wrote this at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
Depends who you ask, really.
I love that. I've been so nice that I've gone in there.
Yeah, just straight in. Toxic trait. Oh, do you know what? I can be so laid back at times you think I'm not interested, so I imagine that would be a toxic trait.
Okay, we'll take that. We'll do a survey and ask other people and see what
Well,
they say.
it's the 2-3 business day replies. Like, I would always be like, I'm busy.
Business days.
Like, honestly, it's sometimes we're like, oh, like in the past, I'm like, oh, sorry, I haven't replied, I've been too busy. But they might have seen me
You
like
haven't
post
been
on
too
social
busy,
media.
Steven. We understand.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like, but people know, I know.
Business
Look, if you're not
days.
interested, let me know. But I'm like, yeah, I joke about it. It may take me 2-3 business days to reply at times.
If that was the case, I'd take 5 to 6 to get back. Most misunderstood thing about you?
Oh, that could be, again, anything after the show. I'm actually a nice guy.
You know, he is a really nice guy. I've got to say, I know you don't want me to say that, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a really nice guy. We're
So
going
that's
to
probably
take
the
that.
most misunderstood, yeah.
We'll say it one more time. He's a really nice guy.
Really nice guy. Got that.
And your biggest green flag?
Oh, I cook. I clean. Do you know what?
He cleans,
From-
he
from-
cooks, he bakes.
From cooking and cleaning, I'm not the stereotypical like lad. I'll cook, clean, do the dishes, wash up, whatever you name it, I'll do it. So like that for me, I would say I'm a green flag.
That's huge.
But that's probably like one of the
I'm the
big things.
complete opposite. And we're going to go into Sam Fender.
Yes.
Why this song, Rain Me In?
Do you know what? I think it's like song of the summer, song of 2026 for now.
Yeah.
But I could have picked any of Sam Fender's songs.
You like him?
But like,
Do you sing?
or in the car and shower and stuff like that, of course you do. But I think, do you know what? I think when you go through certain pictures as well with Rain Me In, and you put it in like a little reel,
Yeah.
it makes that song stand out. And it comes at a time like meeting who I'm with, and it's like, I've not had to rain her and she's not had to rain me, and we've just literally been ourselves. We've both gone through a terrible time with our like exes before and stuff, and we joked about a little red string theory, how we've always been in the same place but not actually met.
Oh,
Like there was a time where I was actually 10 minutes away from her on the same night,
that's crazy.
and it was like what, or the same festival we've been to and stuff, and it was like, do you know what? She's helped me grow, I've helped her grow.
Yeah,
like,
that's what it's about,
so-
isn't it?
I don't ever have to rain her, and she don't ever have to rain her, because like what we got, or we think is still from a relationship sort of point of view. You probably still say it's very fresh still, because it's not been 2 years, 3 years, whatever. Of course, it's still relatively like within the years. It's like I don't feel I ever for rain her and vice versa. Like everything we're doing is for the future, her kids, my kids,
etc.
etc.
Both in a happy place.
Yeah, and say like, if you look at I'm Sam Fender, she's Olivia Dean, and like you're dancing around, you can dance in the kitchen with her whilst cooking and have a laugh.
Yeah.
So again, it's like going back to being silly and having your little best friend. It kind of feels like we met when we need to meet, and we've got that little best friend kind of vibe. And yeah, we don't ever have to rein each other in. So
So nice.
could have been
You've
that.
been through everything to come to this point. So.
And he's a Geordie as well, so it helps.
Hey,
So
there we
it
go.
is,
That's the real reason. Here we go.
Now let go of everything I ever.
Okay, we have one more song choice from you, and I know it's a good one. Bit
Great
of MJ, come on.
MJ the man.
He is the man.
he is
You
the
haven't
man.
seen the film yet.
No, I'm not.
You need
and
to
I'm
take your girlfriend to see the
devastated.
film.
Yeah, I will. I will. It's finding the time. But yeah, so Michael Jackson for me, like that, they don't care about us. I think he's the king of pop for a
He
reason,
is
right?
the king of pop, yeah.
He's the man. I grew up listening to him. My brother's a massive fan of his as well. I think my brother had the red Thriller jacket. I'm not.
What?
Yeah. Or a version of it at least. I won't mention what brother it was because it will embarrass him. But
I'll find out.
yeah, he had that. He loved Michael Jackson, which is why I love for him as well. But they don't care about where he done it in Brazil. He got told he couldn't do it there because of like safety concerns. He got told he couldn't sing certain lyrics of the song as well. And he's like, well, no, like I'm gonna do it. And actually, like it brought that community together. And they actually made sure like no one hurt him, no one harmed him. And obviously, look, I'm not a political person, but if you look at it from a political background, what he'd done in that movement, it's true that there's a lot of people out there which feel that government or whatever don't care about them. Whether it be, like, say, the local government or it could even be schools and stuff, like teachers, whatever it is. There's people out there that think that no one cares about them. But for me, I'm like, well, everyone has a voice.
Yeah.
He just had one of the biggest voices in the world.
He did. And when you see the documentary as well, it's just incredible if you haven't seen it before. I love Dare to Diana, that's my favourite song.
Okay.
I just love it. And I love all of his songs. I think it's my go-to, first of all, like MJ playlist.
But even Dirty Daniel, how he came to write in that song, the reason why he did. Do you know what I mean? We saw Diana Ross like hug like Prince and stuff, and it was like, what?
Yeah.
And he went home that night and wrote it, and you're thinking,
It's just...
the genius of them all. I know obviously he went through the ringer as a kid and stuff like that. You probably see it in the film, which I'm looking forward to watching. But
Yes.
it's everything he went through. Like, again, he's one of the youngest in his family as well, and you think like he stepped out. Obviously, he was the biggest superstar in the world.
In the world.
Like,
I think we could talk about this for
do you know
a
what
whole other hour.
and that it's so hard to fathom. Like he's had to go through obviously like his kids, protect them, protect himself. Yeah, he had all that stuff come out like Neverland and obviously the kids and shit. No, like
They don't touch on any of that.
Yeah.
But they do talk about his father, and they show a lot of what he went through to get to where he got. To get to where he got, and we actually had Jackson. We actually had TJ Jackson on this show.
wow.
And apart from you, Steven, it was the best guest we've ever had.
No, stop it. Well, but you can't compete with that. He's a Jackson.
It's
But
just
I think
yeah.
I think you look at his life. It's just wild how.
It's wild. Yeah, it is wild.
Again, unfortunately, when we got the news, obviously him passing away, it was like it's crazy. And
it was.
You got the conspiracies if he's still alive and he's under a new identity, and you think you'd hope so, but like again, like you being a realist, I think one of the biggest things as well that a lot of people probably don't know about him unless you're a massive MJ fan is the fact that he owned like the Beatles catalogue, and then it was the whole thing with Sony, like they wanted to buy it off me. He's like no, and it's just so defiant, and like even that, like there's not any money in the world you can offer me to get this catalogue. And then what's it, Eminem one as well, like you read that, because it's obviously all the film's coming out. Eminem once dissed him in a song, and he didn't retaliate. He obviously had purchases in Eminem's music. Yeah. So every time Eminem sang about him or dissed him, you're making me money. Yeah. And that was like the biggest thing, is like no matter how much you sing about me and no matter how much money you make, I am making more. Because I'm making money off you, I'm making money off other people, and it's just like he come across as like the nicest person in the world as well. Which, with all the hate he got,
it was amazing.
It's crazy. I think like that again. Like, if you look at him as a person, like we talk about negative opinions of what people had of me on the show, I can brush them off quite easy, and which people find weird, but I can. And it's kind of like he had all the hate in the world at one point. Yeah. You're this, you're that. You're disgusting. And it's like, well, actually, no, I'm a human being, and my music's good.
Exactly.
I'm a family person. Yeah. And even like say with the kids and stuff, like what people don't know about him as well is every time his kid wanted a toy and stuff, he's like, we've got to read 5 books before you get one toy. It's like, what? Yeah. Like, but you don't think someone of that stature has the time to spend with his kids. Or you put like his medicated drink in a Coke can, so it looks like he's drinking like a soft drink. Like all this stuff, like it goes unnoticed. But you think like, he didn't want his kids to see that he was in pain. Yeah. He didn't want his kids to see that he was a bad person. He wanted to make sure that their memories of him was always good. And you think if you take that message from him, you think, well, okay. Exactly. The time I spend with my kids, I want them to make sure that they see me as. Kids? So my daughter's 10 going on 16.
Oh, is she? Oh, bless her.
She's sassy as anything. And my son's 6, but. Obviously, my son's got his own conditions with sensory and autism and stuff. So it's weird because he's non-verbal in terms of talking, like, oh, Reggie, what do you want? But he can sing, and he sings all the time.
Oh, really?
And he can read certain words. So, like, everything's been backwards for him. He sang first because I was singing to him, like, Moana, you're welcome. Now, he loves Taylor Swift because he's always singing Shake It Off. So in the car, that's always going on. That's on the playlist. We should
play Shake It Off as well on the show.
So yeah, for that one for my boy Reggie, like it'll be Taylor Swift's Shake Off because he sings it in school, he sings it everywhere. But yeah, I wasn't a massive Swiftie until he started singing it.
You're a Swiftie now.
So yeah, I have to be. I have to be a Swiftie. So yeah, no, he loves it. And my daughter, again, she is sort of not going off music. She loves music, but she always asks me to play an Eminem song, which I'm like, you shouldn't really be listening to, but she loves it. Every time she's in the car, can you play Toby?
Oh, bless her.
No, I shouldn't. Okay. Just don't repeat any of the words.
We might be able to get Taylor Swift on, and we might be able to get Eminem on as well. So we'll see what we can do. We can squeeze it all into the show. But Steven, we could talk to you for hours on end because we just love a chat, don't we? But I have to say, I do think you are very misunderstood. I really do. Like, just from bombarding or watching you, you can't make an assumption on someone, but just meeting you in real life, you just like genuinely a lovely person, and it really shines through. And I feel like you're going to go places, and we're going to see you maybe on the Jungle, maybe on the Traitors. Who knows?
There, innit?
But keep us posted on what you do.
No, I will for sure, absolutely. Thank you for having me as well.
You're so welcome. It's Steven, everyone. Huge thank you, Steven Springett from Married at First Sight. Just a great show, and thank you to you at home for tuning in and supporting the show. It is so appreciated. Thank you. Now, I will see you same time, same place next week. I'm Hayley Palmer. Stay safe, and I'll see you then. our lovely viewers. Katie says, would you go on another reality show?
Ooh. Not a dating
We're
one.
signing you up.
Yeah,
Not on a dating one.
Yeah, not a dating one because obviously I'm.
Not Love Island.
No, so I'm.
I think you'd be good on Love Island.
I'm with someone now though.
Okay, don't go on Love Island. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Dating wise, no. Obviously,
Okay.
no, I'm with someone. But I would love to do SAS.
Yes.
The Hunted
That is-
as well.
That is hardcore.
Yeah, the Traitors. I would love to do.
You'd be good at that.
Yeah.
You'd be like a good actor.
And then there's probably I would do the Bake Off, but like in terms of like the stand up for Cancer One, because I think it would just be a vibe. Then oddly enough, I love to cook and bake anyway, so
Aw.
people probably haven't seen that side of me yet.
No.
So I'd love to do that. But yeah, I would do those kind of sort of shows. I know not so much reality, but they are to a degree. And obviously, I'm a celeb will be the epitome, but there's a long
You've
way
got
to
the
go
outfit.
for that. Yeah,
You've
I've
got
got
the
the
outfit
outfit for it. So
sorted.
Ant and
It's
Deck,
ready.
if you need me, I'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll go. Well, let's see what happens, but I can
Yeah.
definitely see you on something else. I predict
maybe.
it. Watch this space, watch this space. Megan says, was it true that you were brutally attacked by 9 people through a college dispute? I mean, it was years ago, but I'm sorry to bring it up,
No,
but
that's
it must have been a lot, right?
Yeah, so it was a weird one because I see comments online saying, "Oh, he must have deserved it." I went, to a degree, I probably did. And I've said this as well, like in my therapy, I went, there was probably a part of me as a youngster where I was probably like mouthed off a little bit too much, and I probably mouthed off to the wrong people, but in college. And we were footballers in college.
Yeah.
We had to wear our football tracksuits, and we're going to a school where it had like year 10s, 11s, sixth formers, and we're like newbies as footballers, like young footballers. So we get the attention, of course, as you would expect. And I remember sitting in the canteen before, and knives and forks are being thrown at us, and that's where it originally stemmed from. So me being me back then, so like I would confront a lot of stuff. So I walked up to one of the kids, like, "What are you doing? You're throwing these things at us."
Well, yeah.
And then a couple of days after that, like he walked up to me, trying to run his mouth, and I remember laughing at him in his face, because I weren't allowed to touch him because my place in the team would have been off.
Right.
I just started
right.
training with the first team as well. I was close
Yeah.
to getting signing that contract. If I had physically touched him in school,
Yes, you knew that, yeah.
my contract's done. Like there's no coming back from that, and that's what you've been career-wise. So then I sort of verbally abused him in front of the school, where some teachers even laughed, because you could see them hiding in their face. And I was like, look, I'm not going to waste my time on someone like you. It sounds horrible, but it sounded very big-headed as well.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking nothing of it, and then 2 years later, my friend, like I say, Charlie and Mark were both going to university, one Liverpool, one Brunel.
Yeah.
Tuesday night, I went, look, you're going uni at the weekend. My other good mate was in university in America at the time, so I was like, we've done a lot his last hurrah, let's do your one, like in the local area. And then as you come out of the club, there was a McDonald's just there. They went and got food. Obviously I've like driven, so they've not, obviously I've not had a drink, so like, I went, you go get the food, I'll get the car and come round and meet you.
Yeah.
But when I rang them, I was like, where are you? I was like, hey, we're here. I've heard a group of guys say something, and I thought, oh yeah, it's not meant for me. And then they said it again. But when I looked around, there was literally like no one in front of me. There was no one beside me other than like a couple of girls I went to school with. And as I turned around the second time, I saw the kid from college, and I thought, the place is renowned for fights, like in Rochester. I was like, it's going to be me. So when he's come up to me, you try and psych yourself up, like adrenaline going through your head, it's going to kick off.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more of them than what there is me. And as much as I can say I can back it, I'm not saying I'm the greatest fighter in the world, but I can definitely throw a punch and defend myself. And then, he started saying so. He's like, oh, do you remember me from college? I was like, yeah, you was the little from school, running his mouth. So again, this is me psyching myself up, knowing full what's going to happen. He was like,
Gosh.
how about we have a one-on-one now? I went, if you want a one-on-one, I'll knock you up, basically. But I went, I know as soon as I knock you out, your friends are... And you don't really want to talk too much when it comes to a fight, but I thought if I can talk a lot, maybe they're going to be like, he's nuts if he thinks he's taken on like us lot, and he's only him there. Because they do say, like, if you back it against 4 or 5 guys, they might say he's a bit of a psycho here, let's
Oh, right.
sort of
yeah,
go.
yeah.
So I went, oh, maybe that was in my head. But yeah, the girl I went to school with, obviously they called me Geordie in school, so I was like, oh, Geordie, just leave it. But she's pulled my arm away and I've turned away from him. So I got hit in the back of the head there the first time and saw 2 of them run off. I thought, fuck. So chased after them, grabbed one of them, but I'm right-handed, so I've grabbed my right hand. I was like, how do you throw a punch with your weaker hand? So I was like, laid into one, and I've turned into a punch which broke my nose, and I felt that break straight away. I was like, okay.
Oh.
And it also like people trying to kick my legs and get me down. I'm sort of standing firm, and I'm getting punches every time I turn. So it weren't like they jumped on me. It was like I was just getting random punches here and everywhere and kicks. And I remember it all sort of like stopping, because by this point my friends had come back and was like, what's going on? Other people had noticed it was me being attacked who knew me, and they were like, what? No way. And I remember it was just Blackberry days, or BBM and stuff, and I had my car keys in my left hand, I had my Blackberry in my right hand. I remember walking back to my car, said to my mate Mark, I'm going to drop you home, and I'm going to get my nose sorted, and I'm going to sleep as if nothing happened.
Wow.
And then, as I was walking back, I didn't know what happened after that. I just remember waking up in an ambulance thinking like, what? I thought I'd stood down in front of a car and just got hit.
I really had no recollection.
Nah, but the main guy, the kid from college, as it was all dying off, ran behind me and hit me in the back of the head where I got hit the first time, which made me go face first onto the road, which then shattered my nose, so I had reconstruction there. My teeth had hit the pavement, so then they come out of place. I'd fractured my right cheekbone, so my right cheekbone's lower down than my left one. I've got scarring there, which went down to my bone, and it was visible. I've got scarring here, which again, it was to get that back. Was quite bad, and I remember like I didn't even know, I couldn't feel my face, and when I went to the toilet in the hospital, it was like one of those disabled toilets, so the mirror's a little bit lower down. Went to the toilet, I've got this gown on, I'm a bit bloody, like knuckles and stuff, but my face felt really dirty. So as I was washing my hands, I went to go down and do that on my face, and that's when I noticed that this massive bandage across here, like soaked in blood. A bandage like there, and I obviously saw the mark. I went to try and pull it, but obviously because it's numb, it was just like, it just like peeled off. I went, what the hell? And that's when I realised, what the hell's happened here? And then I had 13 witnesses, and they're trying to say, oh, he started it. But 13 witnesses, one had a police report as well, that I was attacked and I was hit in the back of the head whilst walking back. I went, are you trying to say I started that? Yeah. And it was like, okay, reconstructive surgery the next day. And then they pushed my teeth back into place. I had a brace on.
Really?
I got told that, even like later on when I had the bonding done on my teeth, they were like, why did they push him back? Why didn't they just take him out then? Because they'd snapped. Like from my root, my two front teeth had snapped, and officially that they had died from the root. So it was like, why did they push him back and put a brace on? And they lasted long afterwards. So it weren't like they were wobbly, they lasted pretty long. And then they were like, you should have had your teeth changed years ago. Like, they should have done all this for you. But they didn't, and I was like, what? So that was a confidence thing for me, which is why doing a show, for me, like, yes, I've edited photos, so like take out some scars before. I think everyone's edited photos before.
Course,
But I was so conscious about my face, and when like videos or stuff go out, even now, like if I'm pale and you can see my scar a lot more, I would edit a small little tan onto my face so you can't see the scar as much. And that's me at 35 doing it.
Yeah, like you said, I think it's a you thing, isn't it? Because I wouldn't even notice unless you'd say. But I can imagine that, like, going through something like that, even like years later, must be a lot, not just physically, but mentally, isn't it? Because sometimes you can get better and get your teeth back into place, like you say. But then it's kind of the psychological aspect, isn't it? How was that for you?
Mentally, God, because that happened when I was 19, and I was like 2 months shy of being 20. So my football career, I was like, okay, look, confidence done. Still technically on contract. Now I remember saying to my manager, I was like, look, being a defender, I'm not going to have headers I was pulling away from. When I eventually went back, and I was like a good 4 months out of that, I look, saying I haven't got that hunger or desire to play or like exceed what I was trying to do. And then I remember sitting there afterwards, looking up all the names because their profiles were open and stuff. I was like, I would love to be able to get revenge on them. That was my first thought, revenge. How can I hurt them? How can I, and it sounds weird even saying it, how can I scar their face up like they've scarred mine?
Yeah, because the anger inside.
I had so much pent up, and then like, you got your brothers and family members going, look, you need to get them back, what they've done is wrong. But then you got, obviously the angel on your shoulder going, no, don't, calm, we'll get them, like, it's fine, don't like resort to what they done. And then, so mentally, like, because my confidence went, I was thinking, I remember seeing a photo and my friends dragged me out, and they live in Australia now, but they dragged me out when my face mask come off. And there was a picture from that night. I'm laughing, so I'm obviously clearly having a good time, and it was the first time in a while. But I actually zoomed into the photo because you could see like purple there, because my scar was fresh. It was just bright purple. I'm pale as anything, and there's purple here. And I'm thinking, people must think I'm a freak. Like, I was like, people must look at me like I'm a freak. Like, I'm pale as anything. That's purple. That's purple. My teeth obviously damaged, so they weren't like white. They were like obviously yellowy and stuff like that. I'm like, oh. And that initial laughter from what I must have felt that night went straight to, oh shit, you look like that, Steve. Like, who's gonna want that? Like, from a girl point of view, I was like, who on earth is gonna see that and think, yeah, he's a bit of me? And that's what was in my head. I was thinking, like,
and do you know what it is as well? Back sort of then as well, like mental health wasn't such a big thing that you talk about, but obviously, like you say, it's huge now. Everyone talks about these things, and there's all this internal dialogue going on in your head, and it's probably getting worse where you were thinking like that. But actually, people don't think like that. But you felt it, didn't you?
It's the constant tennis match in your head. Like, say no one sees it, and say mental health wasn't a massive. It was a thing, but obviously it wasn't as socially as big of a thing as what it is now. But I remember sitting there thinking, do I even want to go out now? Like, why do? And then my friends say Rob and Jordan, say they're Australia, but they would like always come round. No, you're coming out. I'm not saying no's not.
You really realise who your supportive friends are and your family when something like that happens, and you realise how much people love you, and you have that support system, and it means the world, doesn't it?
Oh, look, my friends are amazing. I can't thank them enough for getting them out. But even like eventually when I got back into dating, they were still like, so dating apps back then, I was like, oh, well, I'm editing photos. When they see me, they're gonna be like, catfish. That was just getting in your head. But then obviously I met the kid's mum, and she kind of like went, well, overlook that. And that's when I got some confidence back.
You got your confidence back.
And it was like, well,
it takes time.
Yeah, it takes time. I say 3 years I was probably in that hole for. And I turned down therapy back then as well, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna talk, no one's gonna really give me anything. I thought therapy was what you see on TV. Yeah, you lay on a sofa, someone's behind you taking notes, and it's like, what do you think, doc? Like, and then nothing. But eventually, obviously, later on, I was like, oh, help me.
Yeah, and also just your strength of character after everything you've been through as well. And it doesn't feel like it at the time.
No,
but
at the time,
it, from what you've been through, like physically and mentally, to get where you have today, 2 beautiful kids and an amazing life that you have, is a massive success story.
Yeah, so you've got to spin the positive on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I for years in work used that as, well, it gave me a reason to do this and to help other people out, because although people may not have been physically attacked, they may have been going through a time where they're actually struggling in life. Relationship breakdowns, like family breakdowns, whatever it was. Like people been sacked from work before, let go, and going through tough times from different backgrounds. They've not had that support. It's like, okay, well, use it as fuel to be better. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I grew up in the state in Newcastle. Mum was a single parent for so long, but I look at all my brothers and my sister and stuff and think, oh, well, you're successful in what you do, and like, got your own kids, own family, nice houses and stuff. I went, well, you've made something of yourself, so clearly I can as well. And then, like, and anyone else can, like, just use it as much as it hurts. Obviously, initially, don't let it just bed you down for so long, because the minute you start thinking, oh, well, I'm not good enough, the world treats me like this,
it's reflecting back to you.
You're always, you're bringing that back. And is it the water theory? It's like, don't speak negatively around like glass water, because when you drink it, the water absorbs the energy, and you're putting negative energy into your body.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. And like you say, we all put on the front, but actually just, and I'm the first to say that I watched your series, and you're kind of like, oh, but when you meet you in real life, it's just like, actually, you're a beautiful soul. You've got good energy, and that shines through after everything you've been through. So.
No, thank you. And the thing is, I saw comments online. It's like, oh, Steven's mask has slipped. I was like, you have no idea what mask I've had to wear, or anyone has to wear.
Yeah, people don't know what you've been
through.
Yeah.
Of course, my mask has slipped. I was going through a tough time mentally. Like, my stepdad was in hospital. Like, I was missing my kids terribly as well, which I thought I would, but I didn't think it would be as bad. Like, I thought I was going to FaceTime or see them during it. So I'm like, and then of course, other stuff's going on, and I don't know any of you. So Nelly's not the only stranger. You all are to me.
Yeah.
Production,
exactly. Yeah, you
crew.
can't listen to that.
Yeah. So I mean, whatever mask I'm wearing, like, you constantly have to change it. You're thinking, like, not everyone can be themselves at all times. you have to put on this kind of mask. You have to put on a brave face. Sometimes you need to put that sad mask on because you need to let someone in and ask you that question, are you okay?
Yeah.
But like, so my mask has slipped, but I just didn't put another one back on. That was the problem. And it was like, I'm not afraid to admit that, my mask slipped.
Of course.
Because then, like, it's a natural thing of life. Like, right now...
Like I said, it's easy for people, keyboard warriors or people watching TV to say that, but, only you know.
Yeah, until you're in it.